It's all-comers challenge time again. The big question is, will anybody beat the Nintendo champion, Thomas Patterson? Let's find out and welcome him back. Come back, Thomas. Now, Thomas, the big question is, will anybody ever beat you?
Never know, but I don't think so.
Okay, some more potent words from you there. Well, listen, please, someone beat this guy. I want him on the first chopper back home. So if there's anyone there who thinks they can beat him, please stick your hands up. Okay, let's think. No, not you, not you, not you. Oh, there's a gentleman at the top there with a sort of trendy centre parting on your hair. Yes, you. Would you like to come on down? Give him a round of applause. Welcome on board. Okay, what's your name and from whence do you hail?
Scott Naylor and I come from Rugeley.
So, Scott, what's your challenge for Thomas tonight?
I'd like to take him on at hang gliding on Pilotwings, please.
Right then. Thomas, what are you like in the air?
I'm not bad. I'll have to see how it goes. I should win, but I might know.
Lovely words. There must be a bit of Shelley in you tonight. So, Scott, if you'd like to take your seat, we'll get ready to fly off. While our chopper scrubber Ian's hunting high and low for a copy of the game, I'm going to have a little chat with Jim Douglas from the GamesMaster Magazine. Jim, any tips for how our competitors can hit that target?
Yeah, certainly. Finesse really is the key here. Once you've caught the thermal and got up high enough, you've got to do a nice straight arc round and head for the landing zone. You've really got to be very careful not to make any sudden movements or it could end in tears.
Okay, I don't know if you're talking to them or me there, Jim. Okay, our two competitors have to hit the thermal, rise to 500 feet, then land as near to the middle of the target as they can. Scott Naylor's going first. Scott, are you ready? Then grab some air. Okay, here we see Scott in his hang glider. Off he goes. We can see the thermal. That's a little current of white blobs going up into the air.
That's right.
The target's in the top left-hand corner of the screen. You can see the little yellow box there. Now, how's his approach here, Jim?
Looks fine so far. Really, it doesn't really matter how he comes into it. Once he's caught the thermal is where it really comes into play.
Okay, he's just coming into this thermal now. Any minute now, he should shoot up, right up into the air.
The next one.
And
there we go.
Here he goes, a little dip.
Oh,
and
now.
He's up now. He's cut
really
off to the left as he's rising.
I think he really should be going round to the right. That'd give him a better approach, but maybe he's got some secrets up his sleeve.
Oh dear, he's diving quite rapidly. Either he's making a complete disaster or he's very, very confident here.
He might be a brilliant glider pilot and we just have never seen anything like this before.
Okay, he's banking to the left to come into the island again. We should be able to see the target soon. There it is in the top of the screen there. There's a little thermal in front of him.
He's got to be very careful to avoid that thermal, otherwise he'll be right out over the sea before he knows it.
Okay, his altitude is dropping. He's on 70, 60. He's got to watch his height a little bit here. He's raised it a little bit.
He's still actually looking okay here. He's a bit erratic, but the target's here well inside.
He's got to watch the altitude. It's dropping
now.
This is going to be a good one, though.
Right back.
He's pulling up here. He's landed. Brilliant landing from Scott Naylor there. Awesome. And we get his total points. 90 out of 100. Virtually perfect.
That's going to be very hard to beat.
It's going to be nearly impossible for Thomas to beat. So, Scott, if you'd like to vacate your seat and make way for the frame of Thomas. So here goes Thomas. Now, Scott got 90 out of 100. Where could he pick up those extra 10 points then?
The only thing that he can do is to get right into the centre of the landing zone.
Okay, this is what Thomas has got to look out for. He's dipping here. He wants to pull up a little bit, I think. That's all right. He's a bit better on course now. He's just going to ride this thermal current in a second. The altitude's dropping. He may be too low to catch this cut. No, he's got it. He's got to make 500 feet, though. He's made 500 feet. Now he's banking to the right.
Yeah, this will probably give him a better approach if he manages to pull it off correctly. It'll be nice and smooth. The key really is to get down to quite a low altitude quite quickly and then coast in gradually.
Okay, he's straightening up here to give him a better angle on the bank to the right. You can't see the island just now. You just see the deep blue sea.
He should come into view. Yeah, he's levelled up nicely. That's
right,
good.
Here's the island now.
Now that's looking a little bit better.
Okay, here it is now. He's beginning his approach to the actual target now.
He should get his nose up.
He wants to pull back a little bit to rise. That's right. Okay.
It's
this
probably
is looking
just
okay.
Going to be okay.
This is looking okay. He wants to drop gently into this now.
He needs to bank over to the right and get his nose
up. Pull up a little bit, He's going to pull up a little bit. He's losing height. He might just make it though. I know he's
think you better
dropping
watch
too
that
sudden.
building.
He's missed the target completely. Landed out of the area.
Very bad.
He's not going to do it. Let's see what his points were anyway. Thomas has scored a total of 60 out of 100. It's not good enough to beat tonight's winner, Scott Naylor. Okay, calm down now. Scott, you brought an army of fans with you. Was that the difference?
I think so, yeah. It's just luck.
Oh, I don't know, 90 out of 100. That must have been quite good, though. You must have been quite pleased with that.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
You obviously have. Now, Thomas, beaten at last. What's your excuse?
I've not played it very much in that, know what I mean?
He's a slippy wee character, he is. Okay, well, Scott, not only have you beaten the Nintendo champion, you also wing your way home with the GamesMaster Golden Joystick! So let's have another round of applause for Scott Naylor and Nintendo champion Thomas Patterson!